Hey there, good evening, and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph, and I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other forms of rock music. So tonight we're doing a Friday Night Live experience video. I know it's a bit late, had some stuff I had to do, but it should come on the air within the next 20 minutes, I guess. So it'll be just after 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So tonight I've decided to do an album, a look back, well, not a look back, but about an album that I quite like that is a live album, and of course it belongs to this band, Rush, Exit Stage Left. This is their second live album. The first one was All the World's a Stage, which I've already done. It's a pretty decent album. A thing I like best about this album is that it's a very clear production. It's clear production, and it sounds like most of the songs sound very much like their studio counterparts, which is one thing that I really like about Rush, is they like to reproduce their songs live that sound almost exactly like they did in the studio, which I appreciate because I love their studio stuff quite a bit. Okay, so of course Rush is Geddy Lee, and on this he's vocals, bass, synthesizers, rhythm. He does play rhythm guitar on a few tracks as well. Bass pedals and synthesizers. Then you have Alex Lifeson, who plays electric and acoustic guitars as well as bass pedals as well. Bass pedal synthesizers. Okay, so then you also have Neil Peart, of course, who does drums and percussion and all the noises that go with that. Okay, so pretty much the album was produced by Terry Brown. I believe... No, he did one more after this. He did Signals. I forgot about that one. The album was released October the 29th, 1981. It's 76 minutes, approximately 76 minutes long, and of course it's on the Anthem label. So it has this cover, which features different bits from their past, like the Fly By Night, the Permanent Waves, and then on the back, of course, too, it has some the Man from Hemispheres, and then some of the other people from moving pictures, and then of course the Man in the Seat from Farewell to Kings. I'm sure there's other stuff here that I'm just missing, but it's a pretty solid album. It's just they just wanted to show that they were. This one has 2 tracks from their first 4 albums as well, and then most of the stuff comes from their second 4 studio albums. Kiss actually did something similar to this. They put out a live album after their first 3, which featured all that stuff, and then they did another live album after the second 3, which featured all that stuff, mostly. And Rush did pretty much the same thing, except for they had a couple tracks one from Fly By Night and one from 2112. Not 2112, though. Okay, so the tracks on this album include opening track, Spirit of Radio. At this point in my Rush history, this was my favorite Rush song, Spirit of Radio, so I loved it when it came out with this right off the hop. Then, of course, they jump right into Red Barchetta, which is really well performed here. Another song I quite like. It may be up there with my favorite songs off of this album, off of the Moving Pictures album. Then they jump into the YYZ, which also features Neil Peart's drum solo, which is, like, as always, off the charts. Great. I love the track. I love that kind of Morse code bit at the beginning as well. It's just a great track. Then they jump, so that's side 1, which would have been on the vinyl. On the CD, of course, they're all on one CD. Yeah, it's just one CD for all of them. Originally, it was a double vinyl album when it came out, so that would have been side 1. Side 2 starts out with A Passage to Bangkok, which is off of 2112. Really well done, of course. Closer to the Heart from the Farewell to Kings. Sorry. Then they did a somewhat rare tune for them to play, that they took from the Fly By Night album, which was Beneath, Between, Behind, a song I like a lot, but it's I think they didn't play this live because it's got to be difficult for Geddy to play bass and sing this song. It's a very wordy song and requires quite a bit of attention to get it all right, and playing bass at the same time. It's got to be somewhat of a difficult song to play live. The next song is Jacob's Ladder, which I think they might not have played this again for a very long time. They did play it a lot initially after the Permanent Waves album, but I don't think it's been played since this live album. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe they've been playing it more in recent years. That might make sense. I think I'm in the RB40. I remember seeing something with it. So that's the end of side 2. Side 3 has Broomsbane, which is a little bit by Alex. And then it jumps into Trees. Really well done here. If you see the video for like if you went to a Rush concert during the time that this was released, you would see this video of the trees on the back, which was quite interesting. And then they end off side 3 with Xanadu, which is overly worldly, I think. So then side 4 features another track of Permanent Waves called Free Will, which for a while was my favorite track on this album. After I burned out Spare the Radio, I then burned out this song. The next song is to Tom Sawyer bit. Really well done on the album. I'm not a huge fan of Tom Sawyer. I think it's probably just burned out, just overplay, overkill. Can't go anywhere without them playing. There's even a guy I worked with who, once he found out I was a Rush fan, he just kept singing this song every time he seen me. Shut up, please. I felt like saying. And then it ends off with La Villa Strangiato, another great instrumental by Rush. This is a fantastic album. I don't know, for the time period it was really good. I think they've done some stuff live that is much more adventurous now than they did back then, but for back then I loved it because it featured a lot of the tracks that I really liked off these albums at the time period. I would have preferred Natural Science instead of Jacob's Ladder, but I guess they figured that they had Xanadu in there, so that was one long enough track for them. I think Jacob's Ladder is a little bit shorter than Natural Science, so they probably decided to do that. So, if you really like your live Rush, this is definitely a must-see for you. So there you have it, the live experience for this Friday night, April the 22nd, Rush Exit Stage Left. Good album. Give it a listen to if you haven't. It's mostly just classic Rush. That period of time when they were very progressive in their outlooks. Certainly on this they are. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week I'm probably going to go back to a live experience as far as a video of some sort. This week I just decided I wanted to give this album a listen to, and I've actually played it during the week, so I thought, this is a good choice. So there you have it. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And coming up on the weekend will be the video that I promised about this album. Yeah, Amorphous, Androgynous, and Peter Hamel. I've been listening to it. I'm going to do a recent album release review. Like, it was released in the last 2 years, so I'm going to do that. I will also do another one of my series. Oh, sorry, I put that in the wrong spot. And then I won't be able to find it to do it when I need to, right? So we'll be doing another series episode, which will be released on Sunday, hopefully in the morning. That's my plan. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll be talking to you soon. So Prog Monster out.